to get the brand new Silhouette Cameo 5 set up from start to finish. So I have a separate unboxing. There's actually not a whole lot that comes in the box aside from the machine itself, the roll feeder, the auto blade, which is the same one that's used for the Cameo 4, a little tool for the auto blade, and then a 12-inch cutting mat, along with your power cord. So I already have my power cord plugged in so that I can just easily plug this in, and we are going to get going. So we are going to do this from start to finish, including getting your software all set up and ready to go as well. I do have a written blog post on this as well if you prefer to read along and follow the steps. Otherwise, let's get going. Okay, so first thing that you're going to do, we're going to set this up in a second, but I'm going to leave that to the side for right now. We're just going to get our machine set up. You will notice it does not come with a USB, but that's not a problem, even though we have to do a firmware update right out of the box. So I'm going to take our power cord, which actually comes in two pieces here. So this is the other piece here. It's plugged in already to a power source, and we are going to plug it in on the right side of the machine. And just make sure that it pushes all the way in, because it's kind of an odd, I don't know. Anyway, just make sure it's plugged all the way in. So then we're going to open this up, and what you're going to see, this kind of has it's one of those things like a cabinet where it's got the soft close. It kind of goes for it. It's kind of nice. Anyway, the power button is also over here on the right-hand side, right for you. It's on my left from the back, but, and we're going to hold the power button down for about 2 to 3 seconds. So if you are used to just tapping a power button and having it power on, it's not going to work, because the power button also has a dual function, and it's also an auto stop. So while it's cutting, instead of trying to use the pause button, which was taking quite a while for the data to get to the from the computer to your machine. Anyway, we now have an auto stop, which is also the power button. So turning on and off the machine, you need to hold the power button. To auto stop while you're cutting, you're just going to tap it, and that's going to stop. Okay. Next thing that we're going to do, as I said, we've already got all the tape and everything off, so we're ready to go. So I have an auto blade here. We're going to use this for the setup, but I will tell you that my preference is actually to use the 1mm blade. I just think that the manual blade gives you a little bit more control. I don't think. It does give you more control. However, you do need to remember, this is the 2mm. I don't know. Oh, here's my 1mm back here in my Cameo 4, because it's the one I prefer. Oh, we're already having bloopers. Okay, so this is the 1mm. I'll give you a closer look. Again, it works for the Cameo 4. It will also work here. Same with the 2mm. So these both go in the Tool 1 carriage on your left, but they don't come with machine. So if you're interested, I'm going to put links below for you as well for those. But those are an alternative to the auto blade, which obviously has to tap. So when you place your auto blade in, or any blade for that matter, you want to make sure that it's pressed all the way down. So make sure that the lock mechanism that has the 1 on it is pulled all the way out. I'm presuming that you are going to be standing in front of your machine. So you want it pulled all the way out to you. You want the blade to be all the way down. I'm going to give you a close-up of this, because right now I know you can't see. And then we're going to press it in, and it's going to lock. So your blade should not have any type of gap there. Okay, I've already set this up, so I'm going to redo this. But if you're used to the older versions of Cameos, they had a lever over here on this right side. This one doesn't. So if you are going to move the pinch rollers, which you will need to do, we are actually not going to have a lever. We're going to push there's a little tab on the actual lever itself, the actual pinch roller itself, and that's how we're going to move it. So your machine's going to come with all of them probably pushed towards the left side. Now, the far left roller over here by the tool carriage does not move. This one's stationary. That is what is going to hold this left side of your material, or your mat or material, which is always going to be on that left side. The right pinch roller can be moved all the way across. And there are several little gridded areas in here, grippy areas. Your right pinch roller needs to be in one of those. So in order to cut with the 12-inch cutting mat, I'm going to basically move it almost all the way to the right. And then you've got these other 2 smaller pinch rollers. They can kind of go wherever. So your setup should look something like this. Now, when you are going to set up using the cutting mat, we have the auto load option as well. So I'm just going to show you that real quick. But basically, you're going to press the up arrow. That's the load button. And I still have the liner on here, which you won't. But you place your mat here with presumably material on there. You're going to hold it for 2 to 3 seconds, and there's a sensor right there in front of the roller bar that is going to sense that your mat and material are in place, and they will pull in your mat for you. So that is how you're going to do that. Now, I'm going to show you, before we pop into the software and do the firmware update and connect by Bluetooth, I'm going to show you very quickly how to also attach the roll feeder. So let's eject the mat. Now, underneath your machine on the bottom, there are 2 tabs which you can unlock. There's a lock and a lock button. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to free this piece that is right here. When you do that, your roll feeder will then fit into, there's like little slots. It doesn't like officially hook in, but, and I'm doing this upside down, so it's a little more complicated, but you can see it's now hooked in there, okay? So this is the roll feeder. You will then open it by sliding, popping those 2 out, and then there's one other piece here. So the roll will come in here, and the material will come in this way and load just the way I showed you with the mat, okay? And then if you have a smaller roll, there's a 9-inch position. There's also actually a 5.5 inch position as well, okay? All right, so now we are going to, I'm going to close this up. We are going to, oops, that came off of there. I don't think I was supposed to do that. Okay. Also, I'm just going to point out, this all comes in the box, what you see here. The ES mat, the electrostatic mat and base are also going to hook into the front of the machine without this piece. So it's depending on if you're planning to use the roll feeder or the ES base, you may just want to keep this off. I really honestly, I'm not sure, like this is gonna, I know myself, it's gonna get lost. Okay, so I'm probably just gonna leave it off. Okay, the ES base does not come with the machine. That's a separate purchase, is about $99. There's one for the black one, there's one for pink, white, but you can mix and match. If you want to make it monochrome, or if you don't want to make, whatever. Okay, so on the front of the machine, you will see there's a flashing light. Okay, that's for Bluetooth. So if you click it and it holds, and it is a white light, that means you are not connected by Bluetooth, or you are not ready to connect by Bluetooth. So you need to tap it again so that it turns blue, and then you will be ready for your Bluetooth connection. Now, my suggestion is to bring your computer close to your Cameo in order to do this, okay? So you need to download the version of Silhouette Studio that will support the new machines. And I'm gonna put the exact link of the earliest version that you can use. It's 4.5.7 something. Off the top of my head, I'm not recalling it exactly. But I'll put the link for sure in the comments below, or in the description below. So you're gonna need to do that. Then all you're gonna do is go launch, once that's downloaded and installed, you're gonna launch Silhouette Studio and go immediately to the send panel. In the send panel, you're gonna click the machine list, and you are going to find your Silhouette Cameo 5. Now, the first time that you find this and you click it, it's going to tell you, after a second, firmware update needed. So you're gonna click update firmware, and it's gonna warn you, do not move, do not turn off your computer, do not turn off your Cameo. Be patient with this, it takes 5 to 10 minutes. You don't have to be connected by USB for this. If you want to, you can, and you'll need to provide your own USB cord, but you don't have to be. This will work with Bluetooth. Then once it's the firmware is updated, it will give you a success message. And at that point, you are now ready to do your first cut or print and cut or whatever it is that you are planning on doing with your Cameo 5. Now, I will tell you, I have hundreds, thousands actually, of tutorials, free tutorials on Silhouette School. I also have hundreds and hundreds of videos on Silhouette U. I also have videos on YouTube. All of them 95% of them, if they say Cameo 4, they are still going to apply to the Cameo 5. Same with if they say Cameo 3, if they're Silhouette Studio tutorials, you don't have to look specifically for Cameo 5 tutorials necessarily, unless you're looking for something like how to set up the roll feeder for the Cameo 5, which is obviously specific because it's different than the prior versions of the machine. Same thing if you're looking for information on how to use the ES base or how to use things like the electrostatic we talked about, or there's the new cutting. Again, the name is escaping me off the top of my head for some reason, but it's basically the smart cutting. The smart cutting. It's not called smart cutting. It's the order in which they're cut. IPT, Intelligent Path Technology. I'm so glad that came to me. But those are things that are specific for the Cameo 5. But I will tell you that I get emails daily. How do I do this on a Cameo 4? It's the same as how you do it on a Cameo 3. The software is the same for no matter which machine you're using, pretty much. Now, I did tell you just a few minutes ago that you need to update to a newer version. It's literally just so that that version of the software can support these new machines. There's no other, at this point, there's no other tools or anything that are new or different specifically for the Cameo 5. With that being said, when the power tools come out, like the heat power tool, heat foil power tool, that will be in a version of Silhouette Studio that is only available for the 5. But we're not there yet. That tool is not out yet. So in this case, you're all set to just begin using your Cameo 5. If you're looking for tutorials on how to print and cut, again, same as the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1, the portrait, okay? All right, you guys, if you're looking for one-on-one help, I do offer that through Silhouette U, where you'll be able to message me directly and I can chat with you. I have a priority inbox, dozens and dozens of, actually, I should say dozens, hundreds of videos exclusively on Silhouette U, only for members. We have a private Facebook group. I have a priority inbox where I will get you an answer within a couple of hours, which is very rare if you're looking for help in tutorials. It typically takes, longer. It's just hard to do that, right? So, and then I also, with the Silhouette U membership, which by the way, you can try for 7 days, and for 7 days for free. You can try it, get all benefits. You'll be able to access 2 free sessions of one-on-one chat. During that time, you will get access to the $14.99 code that all our members get so that you can download fonts and designs worth $14.99 every single month. Okay, so lots of stuff there. So all of the links for everything that I just mentioned will be in the description below. Make sure you hit subscribe so that you don't miss any of my videos. And if you're looking for anything else in my home craft room here or in my office where I have, some larger type equipment for things for running a business, building on a business like DTF, sublimation, other types of heat presses, lasers, different things like that. I have all of that stuff on this YouTube channel so that I can help you with your craft and your small business. All right, guys, see you soon.